the Jain, Buddhist and Hindu temples are constructed in the same way, which is totally planned with the concept of wellness. People go to Hindu and Jain temples, but they don't know why they are constructed and what is the purpose of temples. If you understand that, I think nobody has thinking in that way. So I like to start my talk with that first. If we go to any Hindu temples, we can see the temple has a platform. On that we have a centaurum and a shikhar on that. Is it correct?
Yes.
If you think this, the idol of the god is in main sanctorum. If you see this idol, I think you all gone to temples, but you don't know how the temple is constructed. If you go there, you can see the idol is situated on a copper pipe under the earth. You don't know this. You all go to temples, but you don't know the main idol is sitting on a copper pipe. And this copper pipe is erected in the ground, where the basement is constructed for the temple's tower and the temple. This is the temple, but the same depth basement is constructed under the ground, and there is a copper pipe which is erected in that. In Indian tradition, whether it is Hindu temple or a Jain temple or a Buddhist temple, both fills the silver and gold coins and gemstones in this pipe. There can be some silver coins or any silver metal or gold or any gemstones. They fill the whole pipe with that things. If you see, the copper is a good electric conductor. When we erect this in the air, it attracts the earth element. And even the rainwater is totally saved in the grounds, as in the forms of ponds, rivers, ocean, well or anything. Water is totally accumulating in the ground, so the pipe also connects with the water element. If you see the tower, all tower has one brass or copper part we call kalash. That is like a pot shaped brass vessel, and up the seeker on the tower. You see that every temple has a metallic pot on the top. You saw that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This attracts the space element. If you see the Egyptian pyramids, all the Egyptian pyramids are designed by the temple tops. If you see this temple top, you can understand from here the Egyptian pyramids are designed. So Egyptian people thinks Egyptian pyramids are ancient, but the real ancient thing is the temple tower. By that, the Egyptians are taken that design as pyramids. Today also the temple tower is totally empty. It creates some vacuum in it. On the top there is the space element which enters from that pyramid type tower and come to this place where the idol is situated in the main sanctorum. you see, there is space element, water element and earth element. When you go to the temple, you can see the diyas, we call lamps, which are lit by oil lamps. In the temple, if you go to the main sanctorum, in all the Hindu and Jain temple compulsory, you can see a light in that, which is lighted by some oil or ghee. You see, that creates the fire element in the place. And if you see the total big hall in the temple, if you enter in the temple, the main sanctorum has a big hall at anywhere if you enter. The hall creates the air element in that place. By that, if you think, the top pot-like vessel of brass attracts the space element and takes it to the idol, and the air element and the fire element, even by the pipe of the underground, creates the water element and the earth element. So the idol is totally situated on the pipe. If you see, there is a platform, you see the idol, but you don't see this pipe because the pipe is behind the platform, and the platform is covered with some marble slabs. So you cannot see this. But the idol is electromagnetic waves. Idol has the electromagnetic waves which connected with the 5 elements. If you see, if you go to any church or any other places, all constructed in a huge way and it has a big sanctorum. But in India, if you see, we call Garbhagraha. What is Garbh? Garbh na kai kehve bhai? You see, like a mother's womb. It is very small. In some cities, if you go, you have to bow down to enter in the sanctorum. Such small the door is. If you go to the Vindhyachal in UP, the main door is only 3.5 foot high. If you have to enter in that place, you have to bow down to enter. Nothing is there inside, totally dark. No air, no windows, no ventilation, no light, nothing. But the man who does the rituals, he sits continuously for 12 to 15 hours in that place. He never becomes sick in his life. You all say, we want light and air for a healthy life. You say or not?
Yes.
But if you go to Hindu temples, you don't have any air or light in the main sanctorum because it is constructed in a tidy way, very a small place. Even to enter in that, you have to go down and go enter in it. But the man who is doing the rituals, a priest, never becomes sick. Why? The temple continuously attracts all the elemental forces. It has a great electromagnetic energy in that place, which gives the total wellness, even not for the body, also for the mind and soul. That is the concept behind the temples. You understood this?
Yes.
Even if you go to Jain temple, if you see a main idol, this is the main idol like Buddha or Jain Tirthankaras sitting in a pose. If you go to Jain temples, they put sandal by their fingers in idols to do the rituals to the idol. In what way they do that? They do in here one, here, like here and here, on the neck, on the chest, on the navel part, on the shoulders, on the leg. In all parts they do the puja. If you see that, really you can understand it is the rotating path of an electron or a neutron. When you touch these spots, automatically the energized idol gives that energy to our body. This is the secret behind the puja of Hindu Jain religious perspectives. You can understand this, I think. But why we put sandal? To get the energy. We can even touch the idol, then you can get the energy. But this is the fantastic university where the Einstein has selfly lectured here. So I can talk about the Einstein. What the Einstein's law says, if you get any energy in your body or any place, energy conducts heats. It is Einstein's law. Energy conducts heat. Then if you grasp any energy in your body from here, it can cause heat in your body. So between the idol and our body, we make a medium of the sandal in between us, so the energy can come to us, but the sandal will be the proof for the heat. By that, we are not getting the heat in the body, only the energy is transmitted in our body. So, if between the idol and our fingers, we use the sandal in between that. That is the secret behind the Indian ritual. You understand this?
Got it.
In each and every ritual of Hindu, Jain and Buddhist philosophies, they totally talk about the wellness of body, mind and spirit. If you think, I have one point of a sacred powder on my forehead. If you understand about this, we have a pineal gland in that part, and this powder creates heat in the body. If I put that, then automatically the gland is stimulated by this sacred powder. This is called a ashtagandha, made by 8 various natural materials. And when I put this here, automatically my pineal gland is stimulated, and by that I will be in a conscious mode whole day. That is the concept behind that. And all the pujas and the performance. If you see, now the scientists are invented that the sound travels in various degrees and various frequencies. Sound has various frequencies and the various degrees. So, if you go to Indian religious practices, we have many various pronunciations to create various sounds. To show this, I can show one thing. If Dr. Chandar मुझे देख रहे हैं, तो आपके लिए I can chant one thing to show how Indian religious things make scientific results. Now, I chant one specific mantra, Dr. Chandra, and by that immediately you can get some fragrance in your place, because that sound miraculously creates some divine energy which will give you a special divine fragrance in your place. See, you can smell any divine fragrance. If I chant, you can say Pannakadipasekaram Vipularuణam Bhujavistaram Kurkuttoragavaganam Aruna Prabham Kamalananam Trayambakam Varadam Kusayatapa Sadivyapalankitam Chintayet Kamalabatim Japatam Satam Paladakinim Kunkumodara Garbhabam Kinchit Yauvanasalinim Mrinala Komala Bhujam Keyurangada Nilotpaladasam Kinchit Uddyat Kucha Virajitam Karabhyam Brahmya Kamalam Varabhya Samanditam Raktabastra Paridanam Tambuladara Pallabam Hema Prakara Madhyastam Ratna Simhasanopari. Can you smell any divine fragrance, sir? Or anybody?
Yes, definitely.
What is that?
I smelt it.
What fragrance is that?
It was kind of like an incense, but probably a little sandalwood kind of
For
fragrance.
you?
Rose.
Rose. It can be changed for anybody. It can change for the person. What is that? Sandalwood.
Like sandalwood.
Suddenly it appeared, or already it's that.
After you
Chanting. After the chanting. What about the Chandarji? Check that.
I'm not sure.
But it is to chanted for you only. It has to come
I think
from.
I'm too stuffed up right now.
Anyhow, you will smell within a minute. You have that, madam? What fragrance you have?
A flower.
Yes. By the chantings in India, we stop the rains. We stop the rain. We call the rain. That is called Jalasthambanam. Jalasthamban means stopping the rain which is damaging our plants, kheti badi, crops, which damages our crops. We can immediately stop the rain. Even we can call the rain. That is called Jala Avahanam. Jala Avahanam means calling the rain to make the earth green. And even we can stop the fire. In here, you all call the fire engine to stop your fire. But we chant one mantra to stop the fire. That is called Agni Stambanam. What is that? Agni Stamban means stopping the fire. You have now the fragrance, Dr. Chandra.
Not yet.
Amba Prasita Varada Bhavadukka Hantri Kaman Mavasi Paripure Kamadeno Addeva Meripukana Vilayam Prayanto Vedyam Jayam Cha Viplam Cha Yashapradehi. जब आवे तो बता देना मुझे. वो आएगा ही, आपको आने के बाद ही मैं जाऊंगा. तब तक छोड़ने वाला नहीं. मैंने माँ को बोल दिया आपको एक आशीर्वाद दे. It will come. Okay. And the philosophy behind the Indian rituals totally concepted on the wellness. If you see that girl, she worn some, what you say, rings, earrings. It stimulates the ear pipe. When they wears the earrings, it stimulates the ear pipe, so they can hear very properly. In India, if you see the 100-year-old woman also, they are not deaf. All can hear perfectly. If you see the men in India, they can be deaf. because they don't wear the earrings. The earrings are worn because for the wellness of the body, and even the all the things. If you see the bangles, Indian women are wearing the bangles in their body. You have any bangles, madam? She just want one bangle. That is not really the purpose. To there the women wears many bangles, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Because in India, if you say they have to wash the vessels, they have to wash the clothes, even they clean the house with the broom, whole day they are practicing in a hard way. When they do that hard work, their body can become tired by wearing the leg chains. You have that leg chains? Anybody have the leg chains?
Ankles. Anybody's worn ankles? Anklets.
Nobody wears here because they don't work hard. But in India, if you go, they wear all the bangles and the anklets. If you see, when they work, automatically the bangles comes ups and down to acupressure that body, automatically pressurize their body nerves. Though from the morning to night they work hard, but never they feel the tiredness in their life because of the anklets and the bangles of the body. That is the purpose behind their things. But now nobody is doing that here. But in India, if you see today also people wear, women's wear maximum 8 to 12 bangles and a big silver anklet.
Anklets, yeah.
Big silver anklets in their legs. So, protect their tiredness. And even if you see they wear the chains on the necks. The chain touches this part that has the throat chakra. Then, if you see the Indian women are talking much, never becomes tired by that. The neck works like that.
Gossip all the time.
Not gossip, talking something. We have many chantings. In Jain philosophy, if you see, in Jainism, they don't eat after sunset. Today's all the doctor says, eat before sunset, that will make your body very best. Now the doctor says that. In Jainism, if you see, they don't drink the ordinary water. Ever they boil the water, after boiling the water, they keep it in a pot to cool that, then only they drink that water. Today doctor even says, if you boil the water will be safe for your life. In every way, if you go to Indian philosophy or Indian religious rituals, you can see all the rituals are totally designed for the wellness of the body, mind and the soul. I can talk about this in a long way, even I can talk about this for hours and hours, but it is not possible to describe all the things. But if you enter in a house, you can see at first the house is decorated with a rangoli in front.
Yes.
You know what is rangoli? A design in olden times. It was made by the rice powder.
Yes.
But now people are doing that by the chalk powder. In olden times, it was made by the rice powder. What is the purpose behind that decorations? Because Indians are thinking even from the ants to elephants. To give the food to the ants, they put the rice powder decorations in front of the house. By that, all the ants and small insects getting the food by that rice powder. By that, we are giving food from the small insect up to the elephant in India.
Jai Jai.
कितनी बजे कहीं बोलना और बोलना है चंद्र जी
45 ये किया 2 मिनट 5 मिनट
can you can ask any questions if you like to ask, then I can give a reply for that will be the better one,
the floor opens for questions
because I don't know what to talk with you.
When,
do you have
Yes.
any questions? Yeah, please.
when we are going to enter in the temple, then the bell is there. Every temple has the bell. When the ringing of bells, then we are getting the vibration from the ring,
Bell, yes.
and we get the spiritual help.
Breaking the coconuts are a ritual in Indian temples. Breaking the coconuts and ringing the bells both creates the same results in the temples. Now the scientists has invented, when you break a coconut, it reflects a special vibration in that place. Even sounding the conch shell, yes, and ringing the bells makes the same thing. If you have any negativity in a place which is invisible, it can be removed by the ringing of bell, by the sound. So we are having the bells in temples to remove the negativity from that place. You can remove the dust by your vacuum cleaner, but you cannot remove the negativity by any machine or any material. So in Indian tradition, we are ringing the bell to remove the negativity from that environment. That is the purpose of ringing the bell.
Jai Jai.
अभी भी सुगंध नहीं आया, नाक में गड़बड़ है, नाक में ही गड़बड़ है।
मेरे ख्याल से नाक में गड़बड़।
आया होगा, देखिए
सबको
तो मैंने 3 बार आपको भेजा है। Yes, you can ask.
Thank you for being here today and for sharing with us like all of these insights from like different traditions, like Hindu, Jain, Buddhist traditions.
तो
So-
वीडियो काटना बेटा ही रहे मत।
So like it sounds like there's a lot of like societal practices that can help us like connect with something larger than our mind and our body and connect more with the spirit, such as like these different practices like the construction of temples and whatnot. I wanted to ask that how can we like cultivate more of these elements in our own life if we're not associated with like the Hindu, Buddhist, or Jain tradition? Like cultivate it as students here at Princeton, where we might not have a temple here or have other things.
बिना टेम्पल की तरह लाइट करा एलिमेंटल एनर्जी में।
एलिमेंटल एनर्जी को गैदर करा बॉडी में मैं तो हमारे टेंपल्स को नहीं
See, we need a fresh air for our body. In US, you have a cold temperature in this place, so you all live in a closed houses. Yeah. In a heat created rooms. The harmful living is this. This is the harmful living. You don't have any fresh air in your life. All the doors are closed in houses, and you create some centralized heating in your home,
Yes.
and totally you are breathing that air.
because all windows closed.
So, if you see in India, the weather is very fantastic. We don't need any heaters or don't need any fridges.
Yes.
Not too cold, not too hot. That is the temperature. But here I prescribe all of you, please get some fresh air every day for minimum 15 minutes to your body, that can give you a proper oxygened heart to your body. Otherwise, here I see many people who are coming to request me to bless them because they are facing cancer and many diseases. I think fresh air is very much important for the body. But you asked about the elemental energy. In the all energies, air is very important in all elements, because when the air is there, we are living. Otherwise, we cannot live. So, the fresh air is very important. But if you, in the morning, if you stand in front of the, after the sunrise, if you come in an open place, if you stand for 10 or 15 minutes in that place, by sun you can get the fire energy, in the fresh air you can get the air energy, you can get the space energy from the sky, you can get the earth energy because you are standing on the earth, you can get the water energy because of the chillness of the environment. If you stand for 15 minutes in an open place, in a relaxed way, you can get all the 5 elements balanced in your body for whole 24 hours. So I prescribe all, please do a little breathing exercise for 10 minutes in an open place every day, so you can get a balanced elemental energy without any temple or without any ritual.
Any more questions?
Madam, what you like to ask?
I was wondering, thank you so much, this is such a wonderful talk and your presence, thank you.
What आइना घूम ने लेना रे? हाँ. और छोरो की कर ले? इच्छा उतरने. Yes.
So for the bangles and earrings and anklets, do they need to be gold or anything special, the material?
We found thank you all for attending this good evening in a very good mood. And now I like to ask one question to all. Are you ever visited any Hindu temple in your life?
Yes.
Or then I start my talk with that, because that will be very interesting, which you don't know about the secret behind the science behind the temples. And the topic is wellness beyond the body. The Jain, Buddhist and Hindu temples are constructed in the same way, which is totally planned with the concept of wellness. People go to Hindu and Jain temples, but they don't know why they are constructed and what is the purpose of temples. If you understand that, I think nobody has thinking in that way. So I like to start my talk with that first. If we go to any Hindu temples, we can see the temple has a platform. On that we have a centaurum and a shikhar on that. Is it correct?
Yes.
If you think this, the idol of the god is in main sanctorum. If you see this idol, I think you all gone to temples, but you don't know how the temple is constructed. If you go there, you can see The idol is situated on a copper pipe under the earth. You don't know this. You all go to temples, but you don't know the main idol is sitting on a copper pipe. And this copper pipe is erected in the ground, where the basement is constructed for the temple